You're tearing me apart, Lisa!
My girlfriend sucked 37 dicks.
In a row?
Hey, buddy, you gonna eat that sausage?
No, go past this part. In fact, never play this again.
Tell me something, my friend.
Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules? Ladies and gentlemen! Your complete attention, if you please.
The Epic Film Guys Podcast. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, and welcome to the live stream for The Cure 2.0, day 2. I am Epic Film Guy Nick. I have no idea where Justin is right now. I texted him, but I have no idea where he is. I know he's got a few other things he wanted to do. Excuse me. Get done this weekend, so I'm sure he will be along in due time. In the meantime, we've got Epic Film Frog down here to hold the fort.
This is Epic Film Frog here, and I want to tell you, go fuck yourself.
That is not appropriate. That is not appropriate, Frog. All right, so today, guys, we've got a lot of amazing content coming your way today, and if you missed any of yesterday, you really got to go back and watch those amazing videos. Kicking off the show with Randy and Tommy, Miserable Retail Slave. Jake and Tom from Jake and Tom Conquer the World crashed it. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Welcome, everyone. It's popping up in the chat. David, the producer. Drew Hallam. Bill, Dan. Thank you guys all for joining us. This is amazing. This is such a great event. And Paul was with us for a game of Guess Paul's Rating. Brentley won a movie poster during that. And top 10 films that need a sequel. We talked about Krypton with Matt Pierce in the Crossover Podcast. We talked about our dream concert acts, our 5 dream concert acts, with Gerald of Rock, Pop, etc. announced his new show right here on the live stream for The Cure. We did the Cartoon All-Stars anti-drug public service announcement. John DeQuilla, welcome. Thank you for joining me. That was really, really awesome. That was with the What Were They Thinking Boys. Midnight, Dan, executive producer Brennick, joined us for a Quentin Tarantino retrospective. J.D. Duran from In Session Film joined us to talk about our favorite summer movies as kids. We did 1990s movie brackets with Shane from Now That I'm Older. Dina Marie of Twisted Philly joined us to tell some scary stories, which was amazing. And Heather from Sunshine and Power Cuts ended our day with a little bit of uplifting energy and a little bit of positivity. Yesterday was an amazing day, and I just want to shout out here before we get too far into anything. We got some more donations in the night. So I wanted to give a huge shout out to Hannah of the Film Roast Podcast, dropping a $10 donation in there. From Toffa of the Master Debaters, dropping in, well, it was 20 pounds, but it ended up $26.94. He said, "You've been doing wonderful work, chaps, but tell me, what's the weirdest thing you've been caught doing?" I will get back to that once I can ask Justin that. And from James Hatton, from the Something Something cast, James and Rob, I've actually got a little thing of theirs to play here. I'm going to do that really shortly. $50 donation. So as of today, as of the start of day 2, ladies and gentlemen, 44% of the way toward our goal of $5,000 for the Cancer Research Institute. $2,200. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing, and it's really, really striking to me. Like, I knew we were going to crush last year's total. I knew we were going to crush what we raised in that 12 hours last year, but I didn't expect that we were going to crush it this thoroughly in a day. I figured it would take like a couple days, but it's just amazing. I want to talk for just a moment here about the slideshow that you're seeing down at the bottom of your screen. This is our What's Your Story slideshow. So if you have a family member, if you have anyone that you know who has been affected by cancer, please share their photo with us, and we'll be glad to put it in here in the slideshow. This is actually Dan's aunt. He actually shared that picture with us yesterday. And, just really, really amazing. We want this event to be about everyone who has ever had to battle with cancer and everyone who has lost the battle with cancer, because enough's enough. It's time to make a difference, and that's what this event is all about. It's about making a difference, and it's about raising as much money as we can for the Cancer Research Institute, who is doubling all of our donations. And since we only had about 240, I think, in pre-April donations, so everything from May forward, they're doubling. We have like $4,000 already. I think that's amazing. I think that's absolutely amazing. But I want to reach 5,000 natural. I want to reach 5,000 on our own, which we definitely have a shot at doing today, because we got some good content for you today. Content. I talked a lot yesterday, so I'm really trying hard to see if I can keep talking today. We do have some amazing content for you today. Movie quote trivia is coming up at 12:30. John, we're live on both YouTube and Twitch. YouTube and Twitch right now, we're live. Movie quote trivia from 12:30 to 1:30. We've got 4 amazing movie Pod Squad shows joining us. We've got We Watched a Thing, Everything I Learned from the Movies, The Death by Film, and Zombie Kitty. All going to be joining us. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Then Steve from Everything I Learned from Movies is going to be hanging out with us for another half an hour to talk about lessons from bad movies. Then we've got Dick Picks with our good friends Netflix and Swill, Podfix Brothers, my life brothers, executive producer Brennick, whose contributions to the show have been invaluable. Really, a lot of this is possible because of Dan's help, because Dan helped a lot of you get connected with voice, and it's been really, really invaluable, all of his contributions. A lot of the Nightbot links that you see in the chat, that was thanks to Dan, getting all that set up and getting that squared away and making sure all of that worked. So we really appreciate it. Then at 3 o'clock, my pod wife, the most wonderful person on the planet, Emily, of The Story Behind, is going to be joining us for some trivia, which is going to be absolutely amazing. Then at 3:30, it's actually on the schedule. It says it's a restaurant pre-recorded cooking segment, none of which I did. Yeah. Dan, give me your penis. Dan, grill me a cheese. But anyway, it says pre-recorded restaurant segment. Unfortunately, that's not going to be the case today. But we do have the crew from Anichan Productions coming in at 3:30. I kind of totally dropped the ball with scheduling with them, so I have no idea what they're going to put together, but it's going to be a really fun segment. From then forward, we've got some stream games until 4:30 to 5 o'clock. The Interrupted Tales podcast is going to be with us. 5 o'clock to 5:30 is wide open. I don't know what's going to happen yet. We haven't even planned anything out for that yet. We're going to talk about most anticipated films of summer 2018. We're probably going to pull a couple of people from the stream, if you're interested in being on the air, to talk about your most anticipated films of the summer. 6:30, the girls from I Shake My Head, Lisa and Sam, are going to be here, and we're going to talk about all things pop culture. I forget which one it is. I think it's Lisa is obsessed with the royal wedding, which is going on right now. From 7 o'clock to 7:30, Fuzzy D from Who Spiked the Puns is going to be here to talk about guilty pleasure flicks. And then I'm so excited for this. It's going to be chaos, literal audio chaos, but I can't wait for it. The entire crew from Scrish Bar from Afterburn 739 is going to be live on the air from 7:30 to 9 for 90 minutes to help us raise money. It's going to be crazy. Like, whew. And this is a rigidly scheduled event, so man, I don't even know how it's going to go. But I kind of just left the ball in Leo's court to really just let whatever happens happen. Whatever, just do it. Just do it. Just have fun and do it. I'll live stream grilling a cheese. Please do. At 9 o'clock, the pod couple is going to be joining us. At 9:30, I actually did not get that updated. Oops. But at 9:30, Ashley of the Rabbit Ears TV podcast is going to be joining me to talk about Better Call Saul Season 3. That's the Breaking Bad prequel, if no one knows what that is. From 10 o'clock to 10:30, hopefully, unfortunately, he's dealing with a family member who is unfortunately losing a battle to cancer right now. Super Movie Brother Dave, they do a show called Movie Cocktail. He does it with one of the guys from Fan Film Boys. And we're going to be on to talk about Lethal Weapon 1 and 2 and drinking Riggs Rum Runners. It's a drink they made up for the show. And then from 10:30 p.m. and beyond, Loot Quest, which we're doing a whole different combat system and a whole different role-playing system for some reason instead of just the one that I'm familiar with. And I've had no time to prepare for anything. So it's going to be really interesting to see how badly I can screw that up. So thank you all very, very much for tuning in. Thank you all very much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. And right now, I've got some pre-recorded stuff. And yesterday, we had a lot of guests piled in. A lot of guests. Today and tomorrow, we've got a lot more open space. And I kind of did that on purpose. I kind of wanted some open space kept. Because I've got some pre-recorded stuff I want to drop in here from different shows. And the first thing I want to drop in here, this is something, and actually... James and Podcast Rob sent me this, I don't know, ages ago. And I want to go ahead and drop that in here. And, I did not realize this was only 39 seconds long. Well, here we go. Oh. I thought they sent like a whole thing. I did not realize this was 39 seconds long. Ugh. This is what happens when I just get files from people and I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. And then I never check them.
Hey there, I'm Podcast Rob.
And I'm James Haddon of the Something Something Cast.
And we are here to urge you to check out Epic Film Guy's live stream for The Cure 2.0. They're live streaming for 30 hours to raise money for the Cancer Research Institute. They did $2,500 last year. They'd love to double that for this year. Follow them on Twitter at Epic Film Guys. Check out their website at epicfilmguys.com. Check it out, donate for the cause, and help some people out.
It's a great cause, it's great people, and you can help too. May 18th through 20th, check it out.
Thanks a lot.
All right, and thank you very much, James Hatton, Podcast Rob. I didn't realize that was like a little bumper. That even predates the URL, the livestream for thecure.com and all that, because we were on their show quite a while ago. I think favorite movies of 2017, I think, is what we talked about. I can't remember 100% now. I kind of wish I knew that was just like a little bumper. I'd have been playing that week to week on the episodes. I'm sorry. But thank you very, very much. I know they've been ardent supporters of this. I know I was talking to Rob about family members that unfortunately he has lost to cancer. And one last thing I want to go ahead and throw in here really quickly is the Angry Old Man podcast. Now, Dominic, the host of the Angry Old Man podcast, or Mr. X, as he normally goes by, he wanted to record a whole bunch of segments for this show. And he was going to do this continuous story that kind of went through all these different steps. And, it was going to just be a continuing series. You had to listen to the whole show to hear all 4 parts of them. And this will be similar to that. But this is just older clips because, unfortunately, he had a little bit of skin cancer on his nose, and apparently they had to remove a bunch of pieces of his nose, so now he's just got a hole in his face, so he couldn't actually record anything for me to put on the air fresh. But he made a very generous $200 donation yesterday, which we definitely appreciate. It's absolutely amazing. But right now, I want to go ahead and play this for you guys. This is just going to be a short little piece, and this is, at least I believe, if I remember correctly, this is Curly Fries talking about his new penis pump. If you've never heard the Angry Old Man podcast, it's a treat, and I urge you to check it out. But here we go. Let's check it out.
Are there any downsides from perhaps electrical interference
Yes.
with your new penis pump?
Well, unfortunately, there is a slight bug that the developers are trying to work out.
Oh, there's a bug?
Yes, it seems that the erectolator penal pump is on the exact same frequency.
Wait, let me guess.
What?
As most of the drones in this country.
Oh, no, not the drones. No, it's not the drones.
It's not the drones, then what is it? Charlie?
Well, it's the exact same frequency as the sleep number bed. Robert! Don't laugh, man. It's not funny, Robert.
I wouldn't laugh. Did you say that your new penis pump, the latest and the greatest that they just installed, is on the same frequency as the sleep number bed?
Yes.
That is fascinating.
It's the damnedest thing, man. I tell you, let's say you live next door to a guy who just bought a sleep number bed.
Just bought a brand new bed.
And in the middle of the night, he picks up his remote and he wants to raise his bed up a little bit.
What happens then?
Your dick goes up. Or, goes down. And anytime they do anything with that remote control, it inadvertently controls your dick.
Oh, that is a shame.
With the sleep number remote control.
Right.
Well, let's say you walk by a sleep number store.
Yes.
What happens then?
Well, in that situation, you have 20 or maybe 30 people simultaneously using, a remote control inside of that store.
Right.
And your pants
Yes.
resemble a wounded alligator thrashing about.
That is amazing.
Oh, man.
Tell me about it.
Charlie, only you
What?
can wind up with a situation such as
It's
that.
not my fault, man.
And there it is. We've got two more parts of that that I'm going to play. I'll probably play them all today. I didn't realize they were going to be that short. So I'll probably play them all at different intervals today. So tune in throughout the day to hear the rest of that. I may just play the whole thing some other time later. And I don't know. You know what? We've got 10 minutes until movie quote trivia begins. So I just want to once again extend my eternal thanks to everybody that has donated to the cause so far. $2,200, all going to the Cancer Research Institute, which is a fantastic organization. Again, 86 cents out of every dollar that we raise for them goes to cancer research. It's not going into some CEO's pocket. It's not going into some ridiculously overblown facility that's got tons and tons of overhead. 86 cents out of every dollar goes into cancer research. Okay? And no audio hiccups today, which is nice. Haven't had any audio issues today, which has been really, really nice to deal with. Let me check, actually. Wait. Oh, yep, let me check over in Discord, I think. Yep, we've got all four of our players standing by for movie quote trivia. So we're going to be grabbing them and throwing them in here in just a few moments. But if you missed the beginning of the stream yesterday, one of the reasons why I do the live stream for the Cure, and one of the reasons why I feel like it's as important as it is because of my friend Jake. And you've seen his image floating around excuse me, down there in the slideshow, the What's Your Story slideshow. And Jake died in 2005. And Jake was only like 22, 23 years old when he passed away from a really rare type of cancer. And he and I had a lot of really, really great times. And, he was an absolutely amazing guy. He's right there, actually, on the stream right now. And so much fun and so full of life and so energetic. And it's for people like Jake that I do this event, and it's also for people like my mother-in-law, and that was like the perfectly timed transition. I did not do that on purpose, but there she is at my wedding with my wife and her husband. She passed away about a month before the live stream for the Cure last year, so we were getting ready. We were ramping up. We were getting everything ready for the live stream for the cure, and she passed just a short time before it, which was very, very sad. But she was also very, very sick for quite a long time, so it was nice to finally see her get some peace. So I just want to kind of relax here for a few moments, and I'm actually going to go get some more coffee as well. But they played some Scottish bagpipes at Prudence's funeral. And whenever you host a live stream event and you have to talk literally all the time for like days on end, it gets kind of tricky. So we played Amazing Grace on Scottish bagpipes at her funeral. So I want to go ahead and do that in honor of Prudence and in honor of everyone who has ever been affected by cancer. Fuck cancer. And let's raise a lot of great money today. Let's do a lot of great stuff today. And keep driving that donation toward our $5,000 goal. And yes, Emily, I do need to make sure I am drinking lots and lots of water. Without further ado, let me go ahead and throw this up here. And then we'll get underway with our movie quote trivia.